Zimbabwe's finance minister, Ntuli Ntube, has scrapped the types of properties used to be listed under real estate investment trust, as the country's real estate market tops some 55.6 million Zimbabwean dollars. In Nigeria, Purple Real Estate Income Limited is now moving ahead with its plan for an initial public offering and a possible listing on a securities exchange. Olaide Agboola is the CEO of the real estate company, and he joins me now for a conversation to this planned market offering, which of course is on the straight until later in December. It's good to have you this evening. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're the brave guy, by the way, looking at the market situation, and you folks think this is the time to come into the market. Tell me more about this initial offering and the steps towards listing them on an exchange.
Thank you very much. I think for us at Purple, we've been around for about a decade. It's been a long journey. We've gone through different cycles in the market. Unfortunately, there's never a better time. There's never the best time to be in the market. We are actually in the market right now to ensure that we actually do this listing on the exchange by early next year. Our journey has gone through several phases. We've been backed by several institutions in the past, from Stanbic IBTC Bank to AXA Mansard. We've been backed by Bank of Industry. We've gone through several phases of capital raise. We've delivered on our Purple Maryland development. We're delivering on our Purple Lekki development. We're here to obviously put to the market a platform, the first real estate investment company platform to be registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission.
What's your bias? Commercial real estate, is it?
Our bias is a mix of the two, right? Our gross asset value currently is about 30 billion as at half year this year, audited by KPMG. Our blend is a mixture of 75% commercial mixed-use real estate and 25% trading asset, which are residential real estate. Our residential portfolio and land banks is about up to about 500 residential assets we're bringing into the market over the short term, over the midterm, and that constitutes about 25% of our portfolio. So we're delivering to the market some sort of blended yield across both commercial aspects and the residential aspect.
I'm interested in your long-term goals and plans for expansion. Is still city-based, such as Lagos, Port Harcourt, Kano. What are you looking at?
We're looking at cultural centers. We're looking at real city centers like Lagos. We're looking at places like Benin. We're obviously looking at places like Abuja as we go into the future. But we're also looking at areas in purpose student-built accommodation, which will obviously be in centers where the universities are as we go into the future. So we're delivering a multi-revenue asset base. We're not a monoline revenue in terms of being just retail or office or all of that. We are actually going to cut across the section of residential. We're going to cut across retail, office, student accommodation, and eventually we also cut across the hospital medical assets as well.
You're in a bit of a competitive market. I'm sure you know that.
Yes.
In terms of real estate.
We are. It's just that market is not particularly formalized, and that's what we're trying to do, right? We are testing the rules of the Securities and Exchange Commission under Section 525 to 529, which has always been there, but has never been tested under a RICO structure. But with the advent of the Finance Act 2020, which then gave the tax benefits for RICOs alongside with REITs, in similar fashion as what REITs benefit from, ensures that RICOs can now come into the market in a formalized fashion, registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission and listed on the NGX or any other exchange of that matter. Anywhere else in the world, you look at it, from South Africa to the United Kingdom. From South Africa, you have somebody like Grit, a company like Grit,
yes,
which is listed on the London Stock Exchange, yes, with over 17 locations across Africa. In the North America, you have Simon with over 700 locations across all of Americas and Europe. Why can't we create a Nigerian story? Why can't we have a RICO that is listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange? And why can't we have a brand and a product we can export out into the West, into Western Africa or Africa as a whole?
You've got Shelter Africa. I'm sure Shelter Africa is this housing agency, which is Nigeria's shareholder, is headquartered in Kenya and all that. Are you looking at DFI support at some point?
Oh yes, so DFI support.
BUI, so it's also a local
domestic DFI.
Yes.
And for us at Purple, we've always said to ourselves, we need to galvanize domestic funding. The DFIs will always play their role. The multilateral agencies will always play their role. They play a very good role in credit. and we should leave credit to those that should do credit, the banks and the rest of them. Our domestic funders, our long-term domestic funders, which includes the pension fund industry, should actually then be looking at ensuring that they participate more in longer-term investment that creates value and has economic impact, and leave the credit aspect of dealings to the bankers and the development financial institutions. Take an example, if you look at it, and this is based on research that's actually been done by people like Chapeleo, that has said that, in UK or in Australia, only about 25% of pension fund assets is actually gone into credit, while 75% is gone into the impact areas of providing the necessary equity for expansionary capital across real estate and other infrastructural areas. That's the only way you can have impact, and that's what we're bringing to the table. That opportunity is what we're bringing to the table, and that opportunity.
You said somewhere that you have real estate, then you get an economy moving.
Yes,
how impactful is real estate really when it comes to creating jobs and all of that in the economy?
I think it's a no-brainer.
The property market.
It's a no-brainer. 5% of gross domestic product is attributed to real estate. When you combine that with construction, it goes to well above 11%. That's 5% of that is just about 4 trillion naira in terms of what it contributes as a function of GDP to the economy. So you need to actually ensure that you galvanize that area, you support that area to continuously deliver substantial value to the economy.
Give me more details about this offer.
This offer.
It's 2 billion ordinary shares.
Ordinary shares of 5 naira per share, and the lead issuing house is Kairos, supported strongly by Imagine Africa. The lead stockbrokers are Stanbic IBTC stockbrokers, FBN Quest stockbrokers, as well as Cardinal Stone Securities. There are other issuing houses like Main Street, Capital, you have Lead Capital, and yeah.
You got some of the big names as financial advisors to the offer. So I'm just thinking, okay, so when are you closing books? When are you looking to listing? And what should investors look up to as soon as you list in the new year? How early would you list?
I think we'll be listing as soon as we're able to get the Securities and Exchange Commission approval of allotment. We'll bring it out to the floor of the exchange probably within the first quarter of the year. 2023, we'll be starting off with ringing the bell.
Well, what's the total size of what you're looking to raise in Naira terms?
In Naira terms, we're looking to raise about 10 billion. 10 to 11.5 billion with oversubscription amount. Post-money valuation, we'll hopefully be sitting on the exchange at just north of 30 billion naira, which puts us in the pension 40.
Great. I'm sure you already have this done and dusted. I'm sure you're having your eye on 2023. What will be the game changer for you in the real estate market for next year?
Oh, the game changer for us in the real estate market for next year is obviously the opportunities that are abound. When you have an economy of this nature, then you see that there are opportunities. We want to create this platform, do some acquisitions in the new year, be able to bring our platform size to about 5 commercial assets, whilst we still also have our trading assets within the portfolio. I mentioned to you about the 75% strategy with a little bit of leverage at 25%. Mm-hmm. We're working with some of our guarantee providers and our bankers to ensure that we can scale up quite quickly while we free up our balance sheet today using this IPO. So that's essentially what we think. We think that will position us as a market leader. We think that will position us for people to really appreciate from both the institutional perspective and also the retail perspective, retail players. I think we've had a scenario whereby there's been little or no IPOs or no participation in the alternative space from the retail players. And I think there's a very good opportunity to get more retail players in the game. And you can only do that by the participation of the institutions and also offering it to the retail market at the same time.
Interesting. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much. And we'll keep an eye on you as you come to the market. When you get to my floor, let me know.
Thank you.
So it's good for my time and wish you all the best. Olaide Agboola, the CEO of Purple Real Estate Income.